What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Screen Team Podcast, episode number 10.
All
10
right.
in.
Going strong.
Double digits.
Yep.
Number 10, wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
10 a week.
Yeah,
10
Good.
weeks? We're doing it once a week. Yeah, that's a
70
long time.
days.
yeah.
Nice.
So my name is Alex.
Nice.
Wow. My name is Gus.
My name is Alex.
Wow.
Sal. My name is Sal.
And we're the Screen Team. Well, we're off to a great start
Screen Team.
for episode number 10.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
All right.
What are we talking
So
about?
today
we
we're going to
doing?
be talking about 1917, which is directed and written by Sam Mendes, right?
I have
Pretty
no
sure that's
idea.
his- I'm pretty sure that's his name.
Don't know.
Pretty sure I remember.
Going into
I'm-
it. Okay,
but
Sam Mendes.
yeah.
What else did he do? I don't even know.
He did the last James Bond movie,
Yes, I know that.
but other
Spectre?
than
Yeah.
yeah,
Spectre.
but I don't know what else
Okay.
he's done.
So what do you guys
yeah.
think?
I loved it.
Loved it?
Yeah, I loved it. I think it might be my favorite movie this year
Oh
so
my
far.
God. Okay.
What
So
the
wait, when you
heck?
say this year, you mean 2019 or 2020?
Well,
'Cause it's
for
a
be-
it's a
best-
2019
it's-
movie.
It's a Best Picture nominated movie.
He
for
mean-
Or 2019.
2020 has only been 2 weeks.
That is true.
There's
What
not
did
much
you-
to
what did
say.
you
Oh,
mean?
very favorite movie.
I meant as in I think it'll be my
Within-
Best Picture
2019.
award winner.
Is it a
Got
2019 movie?
As
Yes.
of right now, yeah.
It's nominated
So the
for stuff.
cutoff is like in January or something or what?
Well, it actually got
Limited
released
release.
a while
Oh,
back.
yeah.
Limited
Yeah, you're
release,
right. You're
yeah.
right.
It's just-
There's rules where like they can release in a certain spot for
Yeah.
a day or whatever, and they count.
Yeah,
You're right.
yeah.
right, right.
So it got in there.
Yeah.
So it might be your favorite movie. of
I'm
Okay.
pretty sure as of right now, yes.
So for
What
the first half of the
the
movie,
heck?
I loved it so much that I thought, oh man, this might be Midsommar. Like this might be better than Midsommar. Like the first half, I was in my head, I'm like, damn, this is really good as it was going. But towards the end, I changed my mind. It's a really good movie for me, but it's not like a great movie for me. It's not. It didn't dethrone Midsommar for the year. But it might be number 2 for sure. Yeah.
For me,
Because I loved it.
because I don't really like war movies.
Okay.
I mean, this is a war movie,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but honestly, this was like best case scenario for a war movie for me. It's probably the best war movie I ever like ever. So
You like
I mean, just
Saving Private Ryan?
nah.
Inglorious Bastards?
I don't count it as a best.
That's
That's
not
not a
really
war
a war
movie.
movie, I guess
That's
not.
not a war movie to me. But so best case scenario, but still like it's. I don't love this movie, but I still like it a lot though.
Okay.
A good
Mhm.
amount.
So let's start talking details about the movie.
Yeah.
So one of my favorite things, and it's obviously like one of the selling points
Yeah.
of the movie, is that they try to make it seem as though it's all one giant long
I
take.
knew you were
Yeah.
gonna say that. Bring that
Continuous
up
shot.
first.
Of course.
yeah.
Yeah, that was. I didn't know that it was gonna be this type of movie going into it. Did you guys?
Did you know that?
I only knew about it because it won Best Director for the Golden Globes,
Oh, okay.
and I heard
Cinematography?
overheard part of this. No,
Isn't that cinematography? technically?
No, that'll be different.
I know the guy.
I
that
thought
did the
cinematography is literally where the camera's.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
the angle of the
there-
camera,
but the director was talking about it being all one
One
Shot.
take.
yeah,
Oh,
one
okay.
take type looking thing.
Yeah.
So that's why I knew it was supposed to be like that,
Oh,
and it
okay.
was intentional. But yeah.
I had no idea. I had no idea once the movie started and
Uh-huh.
as it was going, I was like, oh, this is gonna be like Birdman, like that continuous shot.
Yeah.
And it was a lot smoother for me
It-
than Birdman.
Yeah.
It was really hard to tell in the
It
beginning,
was.
like where
Uh,
the shots were taking.
I didn't know about it, and it probably wasn't until like the 30th minute where I was like, wait, this is one continuous shot. Like I had no
Yeah.
idea. I literally had no
Yeah.
idea. But then once I thought about it, because Birdman took me like within like 2-3 minutes, I think I was like, oh, this is all one shot,
Mm-hmm.
because I think they're circling around here
Yeah,
and
yeah.
there, and you could just tell. But
Yeah.
this one you can't tell. But after I knew that, and I knew this was part of like a big selling point of the movie, it kind of took me out of the movie, because
Really?
yeah, because after that.
He was looking for.
I was kind of like, oh, I wonder where they're cutting off. Where do they? Because you know it's not one continuous shot, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they have to cut out at some points. And I knew,
Exactly.
I was like, oh, I figure, oh, they're probably cutting out this tree right here, like when
Mhm.
they're moving.
You know, actually, I
Lines
kind
here and
of
there.
did the same
Yeah,
thing.
me too.
And
But
I
it
don't
didn't
like
bother
when
me.
things take me out of the movie. If it took me out of the movie, for me, it's not a good thing to do.
Yeah,
But
I think I think that's one of the things I like most about the movie, but it's also one of the things I didn't like about the movie. I liked it in the first half a lot,
Mhm.
and then it kind of just got old towards the end. And then I saw some flaws in it, where it kind of didn't really work. Like the
What?
main one was
Actually, yeah,
when
me too.
when the after his buddy dies, the main
Okay.
character hitches a ride with that battalion that he sees
Yeah.
randomly, and they're like he's in the car and they show him talking to people, and I'm pretty sure it's supposed to have gone kind of far, but it was like a 5-minute ride, and it was like
Honestly,
all of a sudden he's right
That's
over
actually my
here.
biggest complaint on
It's
the
like
movie.
it doesn't feel like he traveled that much distance
No,
because
yeah.
it was a continuous shot.
Honestly, it's not even before that. From beginning to end, if you honestly, I don't know. I wasn't keeping track on purpose, but it felt like they probably traveled 2 football fields from the beginning to the end. Like it wasn't that far. Like, and I can still remember. Like first, they're with their group, right, in the trenches.
yeah,
They walk from one side to the trench to the other side of the
no
trench.
man's land.
Yeah, well, it's not that far, right? I mean, it's not that far.
Then they come out
Then
of the trench.
then they go to into the like an open field. They go slowly. That was pretty cool. It was intense.
Yeah.
But they go slowly. But they're not walking far again. And then after that, they're in the other people's trenches,
Mhm.
right? And then they're going underground. Not that again. It's not that far. They're not they have to go somewhere far. Like I'm thinking in my head, with this mission gonna take like a 3-4 day walk, like
Yeah. Well, they
like-
had to get there
like
by morning.
traveling like from here to Vegas
Mm.
kind of thing. They had to come back the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. They
it
said in
was-
the
it was-
beginning.
it
They
had-
said you gotta
One
get
day.
there by morning. Get there.
had
By,
to-
yeah. Next morning.
It had to be within,
Still,
like,
okay,
a-
okay.
like
So
a-
far-
a few
They
hours.
said it was gonna take a 6-hour walk.
Walk?
Or whatever.
Is that what it said? I didn't
Yeah,
catch that.
They said that in the beginning at some point. Because like when he was trying to convince him, like, oh, let's just do it at night. It'll take like about 6 hours. Like it'll probably be.
Yeah.
better if we just do
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. When he's like, oh, let's
Like,
think about this
yeah,
for a sec.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then he just wanted to go.
But
Just took off.
after that, they're walking and then they hit the trees and then the farm. Like it's
Mhm.
all there. It's all right next to each other. Then the
Yeah.
farm and then the car ride
that. Mm.
that didn't take that long.
And,
And
then, he goes
then-
and he gets knocked out in that little city.
And then they drop him off of the car ride.
he gets knocked out.
Yeah, and the
It's
little
the only
house.
time they actually cut.
Yeah,
Right.
and then
And I think
he
it's
knocked
clever. I
out.
know why they did that because they needed to make it night. They needed to make it nighttime. Like, oh, let's just knock him out. And
But he didn't move.
yeah.
And then he ran, like honestly, you can't even tell where he's running, but it feels like he's in the same city.
But
Like
then he
he's
got
running
the
in circles.
river. He went down the river.
But
That
the
could have been a
river
while.
Not gonna take you that. The river didn't take that long either. It's not like he went miles and miles down the river.
Yeah.
He. Honestly, I hate that I thought about it, but it didn't feel that far. It felt
Yeah.
like walking from here. Well, for us, it's not gonna. Okay, let me like 2 miles
I felt like it was on
minimum. I mean, maximum 2 miles.
Yeah.
That's how far it felt.
yeah, I felt. a
But
little
maybe
more than that.
maybe they felt because there's so much stuff happening that they would have to go slowly. Maybe that's why it would take them 6 hours. I don't know. I don't know how they thought of 6 hours. That's not a 6-hour walk, a non-stop 6-hour walk to me. But
I don't-
whatever.
Yeah. I mean, so even if they were in the car for like 5 to 10 minutes, right? And I mean, I don't know. I feel like if they
They
were
would take
going
it pretty
at,
far.
yeah, I would think so. Because it's not like there's traffic. It's not like they're.
Just
But
going
they're
down the
not.
road.
But they're
yeah,
not
they-
going 6 miles per hour either. They're going pretty slow. They weren't. They weren't going
I'm-
6 miles per hour.
You don't-
They were like on a
Yeah.
dirt road. I mean, you could see how fast they're going. Like
You didn't look at the outside of the cars.
you could see the outside a little bit. Yeah, they're talking and they're talking
Mm.
to.
Honestly, man,
I-
that's
I
the
think
best
it-
they could
yeah,
do.
Honest,
This is-
it didn't bother me.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go with it.
Eh,
Didn't bother me.
Yeah,
It
wasn't
bothered
that
me a
far.
little bit, but it didn't bother me that much. It didn't. I wasn't like thinking about it the whole time, and I was like, oh, that's a
Mm.
sacrifice I had to make
Well-
with making a movie like this, making it continuous. Was it's gonna sacrifice like them making it seem like they didn't travel that far, but that wasn't too bad. I didn't really mind it.
I mean, it was a big part of the movie. They have to go far, so make it far. You know,
I guess so.
I mean,
Nah.
uh,
Let's
'cause
talk
this-
about the airplane scene when the airplane.
that was so dumb.
gets
Why did
shot
you want to
down.
say? I don't. What was he thinking?
I
thought it was so dumb.
messed
Yeah,
up. Yeah, me
so-
too. Me too.
So this is like a really common thing in like war movies where like the protagonist like always like tries to save one of like the enemy
Mhm.
like
Mm-hmm.
and like
Yeah.
They always-
why
Becomes
like,
a bad idea. Like, come on.
it's
now.
always a bad idea.
Yeah.
Like
Because even if you like keep him alive, like
What are you
you
gonna
have to keep him
do?
hostage.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's always stupid. Like I think the first movie that I remember seeing that like vividly is like Saving Private Ryan, and somebody dies because of it too.
Yeah.
So as soon as they pulled him out of the plane, I was like, one of them's dying.
Yeah.
And then I remember the trailer, and I was like, oh well.
There's
I
only
see
one.
that.
of
They
them.
won't get
Yeah,
ready.
I
I
thought
didn't
the
see
same
the other
thing.
guy.
I was
Yeah, yeah.
confused. 'Cause I was like, wait, is he gonna die right now? It's too
Yeah, yeah,
early.
yeah.
Like it's too
Yeah.
early. Like no way.
Yeah, that's.
Cause I like their duel. I didn't like.
I like their
The
chemistry.
chemistry,
I like their
Yeah.
chemistry, so
I
I didn't
really
like
liked
that he
it.
had to be himself the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was like, oh, like I wish there was, or I wish it was like a group more. Like Same Private Ryan has a group, no traveling.
Yeah, there's probably
So,
like 6 or 7.
That was another one, not a complaint, but like I kind of wish there was more like
Nah.
them talking, communicating.
I think after a friend dies, like the level of intensity kind of picks up
Yeah.
even more for me, because he's like
Alone.
even more like, yeah,
Mm.
it's just him, like
Mm.
he doesn't have, he's like the one thing that could save like all these people at this point.
Yeah.
So if he doesn't make it, then like,
All those people die.
yeah. So
Well, it was intense when there was two of them though.
it was
Like when they go
but-
under the.
but like
that was
not
good.
having
Blows up.
anybody to like provide him with cover or anything, you know, like
Yeah,
when-
it did feel more intense for sure.
Yeah, like
after he was
when
alone.
he first gets into the city, like after the car, like
That was the
he
most
gets
tense
off the
part.
car. Yeah, like and he's like fighting that guy that's in the tower.
that was a good scene.
Yeah, and
When
then he's
poking
getting
his
shot.
head out,
Yeah,
yeah, that
yeah, and he didn't have any like if he gets hit, he's done.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. Like there's no one else to carry it on. So
Yeah, I thought that was cool. That ended up being just him at the end.
Mhm.
I had a feeling that was gonna happen, but that was
Because
cool.
of the
I liked
running scene.
mhm.
Yeah, 'cause of the running scene.
Yeah, honestly, I
I was
that was the
thinking
first
same
thing
thing.
I thought. Like as soon as they pulled out that guy, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, yeah.
I
He's
don't
gonna
remember seeing
die.
him in the
Yeah.
trailer like that much. So.
I thought it was gonna be the other guy running though. I don't remember who was running.
Yeah, me
So I
neither.
wasn't sure.
Who was gonna die?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
felt like I had seen the trailer a lot for all the movies I had been seeing recently in theaters. So I feel like I've seen it so many times. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, this is a very vivid, like
scene. with
scene.
him,
Yeah, like I know this is the guy that's in
And I
there.
felt like I was more attached to the other character too. Like if there was a main character for me, it would have been the
other one.
brother.
yeah,
Like for some reason.
I think because there was more emotional attachment for him to get
yeah,
back.
because he was trying to save
Because
his
to
brother.
save his brother.
I don't like
yeah.
that
But
they
it
did
just,
that.
It just
I
felt
like-
like the main
I
character.
felt like
died
he
to
was the
me.
main character in the beginning for the
Mhm.
first half, and then it kind of swapped, and he died, and then now the other guy was the main character. I like
Yeah.
that. It was like they focused on the first one. The first guy was
Mhm.
gonna die to make it seem bigger deal after he died, and it was a big deal when he died. And
Yeah,
That
I
was just the
didn't.
other
The
guy.
only thing that I didn't like about the main character is that they kind of made him seem like really closed off about like his personal life, and it didn't feel like if he died for him personally, like say like if he got there and like he like warned him and he died in the trenches or something like
Uh-huh.
that, you know.
Yeah.
And it would have been like whatever, but like they finally reveal at the end that he has like a wife and daughter or
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Like why couldn't you
Say that
anything
before.
about
Yeah, yeah.
that? Like I feel like
Like,
that
you
would have
seen it
made
once.
me like worried that you can like actually get home
Uh.
a little bit more, you know?
yeah, it's almost like we didn't care enough.
Yeah.
if he died. I'll tell you guys my least favorite scene of the whole movie. Was when he finds the baby and the girl, like the
Mhm.
French girl. That was weird, man. I
Why?
didn't like. I don't know. It was kind of boring, and then it was like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
like what's he gonna do? Stay and be this baby's father? Like, it
I
was just
think-
kind of like, I don't know. It was just kind of just there. I didn't really like
so
it.
going off of like what I was just saying about him not like having like any sense of like
Story.
like background,
Yeah.
like him, like I honestly thought like at the end like he was gonna go back for her or something, you know, like after like he had told
That's
them and
that would have been
everything,
good. I
and
guess
gone
so.
back, and then he pulls up on that tree and just pulls out the picture. I was like, oh, so you did have a
Yeah.
thing, like
I think we just hated that part because it was right after like the really intense scene of him running,
Mhm.
which was probably was
And-
my favorite scene. I think
and that
When
that
he
was
was running,
weird too,
yeah.
like
The light with the
lighting,
flares.
yeah,
that
that
was
was-
really good.
visually
yeah.
that was the best scene for me.
I didn't get like
Why he was running?
no, not that he was running, that like nobody found him, like
Oh,
the
Oh,
guy
it's
that
dark.
was chasing him. Well, yeah, but
After
how
he
does
ran?
nobody know?
we
that
found the
though?
river. Remember?
No. I'm saying like that whole like room that the girl and the baby were in.
Uh-huh.
Like no one knew that. Like he just
Where's,
walked
like, a
out
whole-
the door.
well,
and
There's
They
like a whole
hadn't-
mini city.
if they hadn't found her, I mean,
I-
he found a good hiding spot.
yeah,
that girl's been there how long, and she's been able to hide.
No,
from
but
there.
I'm saying like when he leaves that place, like he just walks out the door and then
Where I don't think there's
He-
many soldiers. There's soldiers around there, but
Yeah.
it's not
it
filled
just
with
felt
soldiers.
weird because like when he does go down the river, like all the dead bodies from the people from that town were in that river, like just like. So it just kind of felt a little weird. Like, okay, how did no one find her?
Well, I thought they did. Wait. He was running. He goes in down with the girl and the baby, and then he gets out, and then he falls in the river.
Yeah.
So then he was being chased when.
Yeah,
Well,
no.
As soon as he comes out,
they did see him.
They
Then
see him.
Yeah, no, I that's not what I meant. I meant just the fact that nobody
found him
found
inside
the woman and the baby
with
whole
him.
time.
Oh
No, just like even before he got there, like
wait, no one found the woman and the baby.
yeah.
Good hiding spot, man. Good hiding spot.
I guess,
That's
but
all
like
it
he
is.
literally just walks out the door. I mean, like it was weird because like he kicked
Oh,
out
did he really?
something to like
to get in there.
and
Oh.
then he just walks out a door, and then he's like making his way through. the
Oh,
town, like,
I didn't
secretly.
even think about that. That's a good one. He walked out the front door. Is
Yeah,
that what he got?
yeah, like was
Well,
it
they
a
didn't show
house
how
or
he got
something?
out through there. Well, because when he goes in there, he's like on the ground,
Yeah, yeah,
and then
that's
he
why,
opens
that's why.
something, and he falls into the room.
If there's a
Yeah.
door he
Right.
walks out, that means
He's underground.
other
He's lower
soldiers
to the
could-
ground.
the soldiers can come into that same door that he came out.
But when he
That's
came
what I'm saying.
out, I think he went out. They didn't show how
Yeah,
he
I
went
don't-
through.
I don't know. It was just one of my nitpicky
Yeah,
things
yeah, yeah.
about it. That was just a little weird to me. But I didn't mind the whole scene with him and her though. Like I didn't think it was awkward really.
I
thought
didn't think it was awkward, but I just felt like I just need more intensity.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
Yeah,
make
it,
it the
it
whole
was
movie.
just like a
Yeah.
break. Yeah, like it
Yeah.
was just that small little break to like, okay, time to relax. Like there's some sort of hope, I guess.
Yeah, I think my favorite scene was that the when they're in the enemy trenches when they get blown up. The very beginning.
Oh, the very beginning when they're
yeah,
walking through the
when they're
mountain
walking
with the
through the
horses.
yeah.
That was pretty.
Oh no
intense.
no, not
like
after when they
The cave.
when they
thing.
get into the cave.
Oh, and it
when
blows up?
When it
Yeah,
blows
the
up, yeah.
rat.
That
blows up
that
the
first explosion, I was like,
turbine.
oh,
Yeah.
Scared me.
It scared
Yeah,
me
that
too.
scared me. I was
That
like,
was-
whoa, I thought he
Yeah.
died.
You
I
guys
thought
watch
he
it
died.
IMAX?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
I'm so
did.
glad I
It's
watched
like,
it in IMAX too.
boom. Yeah, you
Yeah.
had to. I feel like you had
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
After that, I was thinking like I want to watch every movie in IMAX.
I feel like this is more what I hoped Dunkirk was.
Yeah.
Like Dunkirk, I was like, it's my least favorite.
War movie.
No, my
Nolan?
least favorite Christopher Nolan
Oh,
movie.
Christopher Nolan.
And
movie.
now when I knew he was gonna make a war movie, I was like, ooh, I thought it was gonna come out like this, exactly like this one. This was the intensity, the pace of it,
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's
even
this
the
one.
and actually probably my favorite part of this movie. Well, I have to the visuals and the score.
Oh yeah.
The background music was so intense.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
like it felt like
Yeah.
Christopher Nolan usually works with like Hans Zimmer, I think, and he does good stuff, like in Dark Knight or
Yeah.
whatever, Inception even.
Did you see
It
that?
felt like this was a Christopher Nolan almost movie.
Mhm.
This is a movie he should have made.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think it felt really it felt grand. I guess that's the best word. Like
Mm.
all Christopher Nolan movies feel really grand. And like it's like a big picture. It's like it feels like a lot's happening. Like it's intense. And yeah, you get this from that. You get that from this movie for sure.
Yeah.
I like the last scene too when he's running across the field.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I-
Did you see
I
the
was-
behind the scenes?
I did see some of
Yeah.
that. Yeah, they had to shoot. They only had like room for 4 takes on that, and it's just you know what I even though it took me out of it, I
Because
appreciate
you knew about it because of the preview.
No. Even though the whole fact that
take.
the movie was shot in one take kind of took me out of it, but it also made me appreciate it more as it was happening. As everything was going, I'm like, man, this must have been really hard scene to shoot. Like all the scenes were like they're all one take, so it's like almost like a live play that you're doing, and if somebody messes up, they gotta go all the way back to the beginning and do it again. So it made me appreciate the movie more as it was happening. It did take me out of it, but I still
feel
felt
like that should have made. I feel like I always say that. I always say I feel like,
Mhm.
but I don't think that should make a movie, or it doesn't make a movie better for me. Like that they tried hard. Like, there's
Yeah.
something the harder way. You
That
know,
was
if
amazing.
if it makes it come out better, then it's better. But if it doesn't, then they just made it harder for themselves. If that makes sense. But I mean, I think it did.
I
It
think-
did add something to the movie that it was all one shot. It made you feel like you were there more. It made you feel like you're part of the movie. Like you're always in.
Mhm.
You're always there with him. But I don't know if it was the best for me.
7 is one take.
Yeah.
That's
I personally liked it a lot because of that.
So you loved it.
Well, yeah, I loved it.
Favorite movie of the year, you said.
Yes. So like with that, I don't find it. I understand where you guys are coming from, where it kind of took you out because you were trying to find like the.
That was me more knowledge.
Well, yeah, like where you were trying to find some of the sections where it was, And I think they did it somewhat cleverly for the most part. Like a lot of the times that they did cut was when they were moving between things.
Yeah.
So I ended up helping it just be like, okay, obviously we can't like get this like right every single time, so let's just use this like section for it to break off, so that when they come out of this thing, it'll end up making it a little bit. So as far as like it being one take though, I think it adds to the. I think it makes the actors be more on top of everything, and then also it kind of adds to the intensity, especially for something like this where it's such a personal, like it's just them two or just him by himself. It makes it more like, okay, when's the next bad thing gonna happen to him, because he's like sneaking around and then he gets spotted. Now he's like running through the city and he's like every little like flash of light like reveals his position and he can almost get hit. But also at the same time, it's just like, dang, you guys really suck at aiming. Like he didn't get shot once. That was pretty bad.
Like the guy with the gun that was just running and shooting. It's just like,
he wasn't even
the guy that was chasing at him first,
like twice. I think
once
it was
he was chasing him, I feel like he knew he was not. Right when he's looking at the fire, and there's a guy from a distance,
guy comes out,
and he's like, he looks at
dude,
him,
you gotta run,
and then he starts like walking towards him, and he starts charging him. Right?
He should have
shot him.
Yeah, he could have shot him back too. Yeah.
Why did he start charging him for like 10 seconds before shooting him? I don't understand. To get closer to make sure he doesn't miss, and he could have shot back too. Why didn't he shoot back?
Yeah,
I don't know.
That was pretty weird. Like a lot of the shooting stuff, but I think just them, like the traveling part of it, like getting through the trenches and the cave and through the city and everything, I think that was so like visually appealing too. And then like that guy's has to be messed up after this, right? Like he got like when he got stabbed or by the barbed wire or whatever, and then his hand goes through the corpse,
in the
like
dead
that
body.
the rats were eating. Like
that was gross.
like he has to have some sort of infection or something. But there's no way he's gonna.
That was another really like strong point of this movie. I felt was how they like kind of made the characters used to death. So like people were dying left and right, and it was just a normal thing for them. Like even with the best friend thing, like he died. 10 seconds later, all right, let's go. You're on a mission. Like we'll have a car here. We're taking you here, and then he just had to forget about it. Like and we almost just forgot about it. Right away. And it was like
it's because none of the other soldiers that were around him like knew that his friend died, and everyone was just acting like whatever.
Not only that, like I feel like every soldier like has lost somebody already. This is World War One. So many people like
this wasn't like the beginning of it or anything. This was like they've been going
like people die a lot, or you have a pretty high chance of dying.
Yeah,
I think World War One has like
World War One was like the highest soldier body count.
I think it was. You know what? I'm not sure.
I
don't know.
I don't remember too much about it, but I'm pretty sure it was like the most people died.
But I think that depends.
Soldiers wise,
that depends on like how many people are fighting too.
Yeah,
I feel like at the very least this has like, I don't know if this is a stat, but like the highest percentage of like if you're going to war, you're gonna more likely die. Yeah. World War One.
Yeah, but
let's rate it.
Yeah.
Those are our thoughts.
I give it a 9.
Ooh.
Yeah. Like I loved it. I'll elaborate on it a little bit more. So while you guys are thinking your score, so Saving Private Ryan, I actually really love that movie.
I like that movie.
And I think what Saving Private Ryan like built up, kind of, it used like a lot of like those similar like things where it shows like the like, I guess, dark side of war in a way, you know.
All war movies do that.
Yeah, but I feel like a lot of war movies too are like super hopeful and stuff like that, and I felt like there wasn't a lot of hope in this movie, you know. Like it was just like, well, this is like the reality of it. Like there's a shit ton of dead people all over the place. Like, you know
what I also didn't like about this movie was Benedict Cumberbatch.
You didn't like?
He came out for
Yeah,
5 minutes.
that
I
was-
thought he
that
was a
was
big
weird.
selling point of the movie. I was like, oh, what's Benedict Cumberbatch
I didn't
gonna come out?
even realize
You didn't know he was gonna come
it
out.
was gonna come
They
out.
put him in the trailers, and I was like, all right, he's
Yeah.
gonna come out. And he was only there. And I thought he was gonna be the brother for some reason.
Oh.
But
Yeah, and I
I
didn't
guess I
think
wasn't
that.
paying attention. I
Yeah.
guess he wasn't really the
Yeah.
captain. He was just a
Yeah.
soldier.
Yeah, but yeah, so like with Saving Private Ryan, the way it opens is like D-Day, right? I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Yeah.
And so I think it showed like for that it's like on a much larger scale, and then this one was like so much more focused on such a like smaller thing, but it still like had like all the aftermath of like everything that Saving Private Ryan showed. So I think that's why I liked it a lot, because it didn't focus on like everybody getting dismembered or losing a leg or whatever. And yeah, there were still people like that were obviously like suffering from those injuries and stuff at the end of the movie, but
It was more
I-
personal.
yeah, it was much more personal, and like the level of intensity, like I think added to it, where it didn't make me feel like so stressed out, where it was like, fuck, I'm not enjoying this almost. Like it was like at a really good level for me, where I just like really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the acting, surprisingly. Like I don't really even know who these guys are,
Yeah.
but besides Benedict Cumberbatch and I think one of the corporals or whatever, but
And the brother
General.
who's the brother? Is the brother what's
from
his
Game
name?
of Thrones.
Oh,
He's the oldest, the one
Yeah,
from Red
yeah,
Wedding. The
the-
guy
yeah,
that did
Red-
Red Wedding.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's,
yeah, he looks
Yeah.
familiar. I
He
just
looks
didn't know.
younger in this movie
but
than Game of
they
Thrones.
de-aged
yeah.
him.
so
Just kidding, no.
yeah, I just really liked it. I mean, yeah.
Okay, my turn. I'm gonna give it a 9 as well.
A 9?
Yeah, it was my second favorite movie of 2019
Shut the front door.
for sure. My favorite one so far that we've reviewed out of all the movies we
I
reviewed
mean,
so far.
I just wasn't. People have their likes, dislikes.
Yeah. War
I'm gonna
movies,
give it
not yours?
7.5. War movies not my type.
7.5.
7.5.
Jesus.
Dang.
That's the best case scenario for war movie though. For me.
Dude, I was like gripping onto my chair like half the movie, and I was like smiling half the movie because of how like great scenes looked. And
Yeah, it was a
how
really
intense
beautiful
it was.
movie.
Like, oh my god, like yeah, it had me grinning the whole movie. So when
Yeah.
that happens in a movie, I usually really like it. Come out really liking it.
All right. So now our next topic of the day, our
Ooh.
best movies of the decade, our personal
Top 10.
top 10.
Top. No, it's supposed to be top 10.
Top 10.
Gus
wait.
came up with 11.
Yeah, I don't know why Gus came up with 20.
I mean, technically, I already
came with
have like
11.
10 with just one of my sections. So,
Jesus.
so how do you guys want to do this? Do you want to just read through all of them
Well,
one by one, or do you want to go
Number
one
10s.
movie?
I thought
each
I
way
thought we were
through?
gonna do one each. Me and Alex have ours
10 to
rated.
1?
So yeah, 10 to
yeah,
1.
10 to 1. Everyone
Okay.
got the number 10.
Okay.
Let's-
Well, you guys start, and then
let's start
I'll
with Sal.
start.
Why do I? Okay, fine. We'll
Well, you
snake
guys
it.
already have like yours
snake it.
numbered.
We'll
We'll
snake
snake
it.
it. 1, 2, 3.
And then
3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
There you
Okay.
go.
My number 10 is Gone Girl.
Gone Girl. That's low on your list, dude. I thought it would have been higher.
I
You
have
low,
10.
bro.
It's a
Damn,
decade.
That's
In 10 years.
starting in at number 10. That's surprising. I wonder what the heck is above Gone Girl.
I mean,
I would have thought that would have made your top 10 of all time movies.
no, top 10 decade. Relax.
Okay,
Gone
my
Girl.
number 10 is The Avengers.
Avenger.
The first movie.
Wait,
came,
what?
out, came out in 2012.
You're tripping.
Wait.
Gone Girl, one time you're judging me, and Avengers your top.
Okay, is
and they're
Avengers
number
in your
10? Oh my god.
Avengers number 10.
I'm trying not to judge our
It
list
came out-
here, but
It came out 2012, which
Yeah.
2012 has the most movies, has
I
3
didn't
movies for
even
me.
check on that, but
Oh, actually, no, there's 2012
yeah, I
and
didn't
2013 are
do
the most.
I didn't check
years.
the dates.
So I'm gonna go number 10, John Wick.
John
John
Wick. That's a
Wick.
damn it. I didn't
Which
think about
one?
that one.
Just
The first one.
one.
Damn it. That's
The
a good
first one?
Yeah, I really liked it. It was like one of my favorite action movies.
That's a really good one. I
Nah,
love John Wick.
I didn't like it that much. I was surprised by it.
It's a really good action.
I like the
movie.
second one more than the first one. Actually, the third one. No, I like the, second one the
was
most.
really cool too.
I like the
Which one
second.
do you like
I
the most?
just
The second one.
What?
Because the second one upped the action. I was like, oh, this is awesome, a lot of action.
Mm.
And the third one upped that, but a little bit too much
Yeah, a
for
little
me.
too much. Yeah.
So the second one had just
Yeah.
the right amount of action for me.
The first
Mm.
one, I really like the story in the first
You
one.
know what? I might like the third one more.
All right, go
actually,
number
the
number
most.
9, Gus.
All right, number 9. I'm gonna put Logan.
Logan. That's a
number
good one. I thought that one almost made my top 10.
That's
I'll say
higher.
that.
Oh my god.
Almost made
I
my top
feel.
10. That's a good one.
Did I make the wrong list here? Okay, fine. Alright.
All right, number 9.
Wait. Oh, wait.
My
wait.
number 9 is The Conjuring 2013.
Wait, what'd you put for number 10?
Oh my god.
Wait, John Wick. And then Logan?
Logan, yeah.
Wait, I spaced out.
Jesus
I'm starting
Christ.
off
The
right now,
Conjuring?
so
The
That's a
Conjuring,
good one.
number 9. I love The Conjuring.
I
That's
didn't
my-
think about The
that is
Conjuring, but because I
my
didn't think of it.
second favorite movie of all time. My second
Wait,
favorite
but it's number
scary
10.
movie. Scary
Oh,
movie.
I was like, wait, okay, this makes sense.
That doesn't
I don't really like scary movies. I'm sorry.
And they're top 9 of the
Scary
decade,
movie.
but second favorite movie of all time.
Favorite scary movie. And I don't really like scary movies that much, but I remember The Conjuring was like blew me away. Good one.
You know what?
No, I still haven't seen
It
it
is-
all the way
It
through.
probably is my favorite
Are
scary
you
movie.
serious, dude?
Would you say the what?
I still haven't seen it all the way through.
He
The
hasn't
Conjuring?
He hasn't seen
Because
The
you were
Conjuring.
scared?
Because he was too
Oh.
scared.
No,
It
'cause
prob-
I saw Conjuring 2 first, and then
Oh.
I've tried to
What
watch.
the heck?
Yeah, because you guys invited me once, and I was like, all right, I guess I'll go. I
For
haven't seen
Conjuring
it.
2?
I'm pretty sure.
I think, did we watch Conjuring in theaters? The first
Yeah.
one?
I think so, and I didn't go with
Dude,
you
it
guys
was
because
the-
I was
the
working.
Dude, I
clap
love the
game,
first
dude.
Conjuring.
That clap game. Oh my god.
Dude,
Alright.
honestly,
All right, go next.
Conjuring
next.
probably is my favorite
Scary movie. Of all
But, I mean, scary movies are my favorite movies.
time. Yeah,
I have a certain type of favorite movies, but whatever.
yeah. Number
My
eight,
number 9 is Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
Dawn of the Planet of the
Which one's
Apes.
that
Did
one?
you even think about those?
I thought of all the Planet of
The
the,
second
Apes,
one.
and I wasn't sure.
The second one, the favorite one,
The
by
second
far.
one?
Yeah.
I don't even remember the
I
second
don't know
one
if
that
I've
much.
even seen the second
Oh
or
my
third one.
God.
I think I liked the third one more than the second one.
No,
The one
the
I
third
liked the
one was my
most.
favorite one.
The one I liked the most is the first one. For
The
sure.
James Franco one?
Yeah, the James Franco.
That one was close.
Wait,
It was between those
Run
two.
the second one real quick.
The
What's
second
the story
one,
behind
for
that?
me, it's way darker. It's like, it's already like halfway through. Like most people are infected, but not everyone. There's like a small group of non-infected people, and
Okay.
they're trying to power up their city,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
and then remember
yeah.
when one of the monkeys like is just like he's playing with
Oh,
them, he's
yeah,
pretending
yeah,
act
yeah.
stupid, and he
It's
shoots them.
The really, yeah,
Dude,
that
and
was a
then
good one.
when Koba turns bad,
Koba,
he takes
was-
over.
yeah,
Koba
yeah.
takes over.
Koba's a bad guy. in
yeah.
the second
Oh
one.
my god. It was
Yeah, that was a good villain.
That was
Alright.
that was so good.
My number
I
8.
freaking love that.
My number 8.
No.
Oh yeah. You gotta give your.
Oh
number
yeah.
eight.
Number 8 is X-Men: Days of Future Past.
Ooh.
You didn't like
Ooh.
that one, guys?
You don't like Days of Future Past?
Days of Future
Nah.
Past?
I
Why?
don't. I'm not big on the X-Men movies. I don't know why.
What?
I like
think-
First Class more than
I
Days
think
of
I
Future
like
Past.
First Class
Well,
more.
I almost
You're
did.
right.
I was close, but
Days of Future Past is
they
really
just
good. though.
upped it, man. Especially
Yeah.
because Logan. I mean, well,
Mm,
Wolverine came back. All the
Yeah.
older characters that I loved when I
Yeah,
was
and
younger.
they
It
showed
combined.
yeah.
It combined the best of
Yeah,
both
That
of
was
them.
cool.
That was so
Yeah.
awesome. I love Days of Future Past.
Okay. Number 8 for me was my oldest movie, Kick-Ass 2010.
That came out.
Pretty
I was thinking it would did,
Kick-Ass.
but it wouldn't have been my top 10.
I love that movie.
That's pretty
Okay.
good.
2010.
8.
Yeah, 8.
So 8 is gonna be a foreign film that I watched in one of my
Ooh.
classes that I really really liked.
Never
It's
heard of
called
this then.
A Separation.
Oh, Separation?
A
I
Separation.
Never
have
seen
no
it.
idea what this is.
What is it about?
Think of it like Marriage Story, but a lot darker, and yeah, it's pretty bad.
What language? Foreign?
No, it was a Middle Eastern film. I'm trying to remember which country specifically.
Ooh.
But yeah,
That sounds dark already.
yeah, it was really good though. Yeah.
Okay. Number 7 for you guys.
7. 7 is gonna be so. It's kind of weird. I didn't really realize it, but I liked a lot of the horror films that came out in this decade. So number 7 for
Like
me is
horror
gonna
films?
be It Follows.
It
Follows?
That's
Yeah.
a scary one.
Really?
I loved it.
That's a
I
scary
actually
one.
saw the movie because you told me it was so good.
Yeah, and you didn't like it.
You didn't like it that much?
No.
You liked it.
You liked it, but
I wouldn't put it in my top 10. I
You
wouldn't put
liked
it in my
it.
top.
He liked it because
No.
you recommended it to me.
I liked it, and
but I hyped
but
it
I
up
thought it
too
was
much.
overrated,
Yeah.
or at least you overrated it. No,
Yeah.
but even the critic score was like, "Wow, why is it so high?" Like,
I can see why it had a high critic score. That was a good
Really?
one. Yeah, I knew it was scary too. Like I was legitimately
think-
scared during that movie and after.
for me, it was one of those movies that are scary not because of like not watching it was scary, but the thought of it.
yeah.
The thought of
for
like
sure.
the
Yeah,
thought
like
of it,
after.
the thought
Somebody
follows you after.
following you. Yeah.
Yeah, because then that can carry on like when you go to bed at night, like, oh shit, what if something's following me? You know?
Yeah. That's why it was so
So-
scary. Okay, so you gave your number 7, right, Gus?
Mm-hmm.
So my number 7 is 12 Years a Slave, 2013.
I was thinking about putting
That was
that.
a good one.
but
I remember I loved that movie when it came out.
No,
I
it
was
was-
crying during that movie. I was like, Jesus. That was a good movie.
It was a good movie when I saw it. And it was pretty intense. But I feel like a part of me liking movies, like I have to be able to watch it again too. So I can't watch that movie more
I've
than
seen
once.
I've seen that a few times.
Oh man.
I think I
just-
showed it. Might have showed it to you. I bought it and I started
I saw
showing
it
it
in
to people.
theaters.
Oh, watch
What
this
are
movie.
you
Watch
talking
this.
We all,
Did
saw, we all saw it in theaters,
Oh,
I
okay.
think.
Yeah,
I
but I
didn't.
remember buying it and showing it.
I think we all
Two
saw it in
people.
theaters.
Your number 7.
My number 7
Sal.
is Django Unchained.
Ooh, that's a
Django
good one.
Unchained.
That's a good one.
I don't
It's
like
on my
Django.
list.
Huh?
Hmm?
I don't like Django that much.
You don't like Django? You don't
Gus,
like
you're just
I'm
banging
not-
on
I'm
my
not-
picks right now.
No.
What the-
I'm just not the biggest Quentin
X-Men?
Tarantino
Nah.
fan.
Django?
Really?
Nah.
Yeah.
Well, Alex likes him more than me for
Yeah.
sure. I like a lot of his stuff.
my
but
favorite director.
by far, I like Django the most out of all his other stuff.
What?
Mm.
More than Glorious Bastards?
More, and I feel like it's the one that's
I
most
fell
different
asleep
too.
in Glorious Bastards.
I feel like it's the one.
You
Huh?
ever seen that movie?
I fell asleep.
Oh
during
my
it.
god, dude.
I f-
Oh my god.
I feel
you're
like
killing me.
Django is the one that's the most different from. It's the one with like the least,
Talking.
yeah, just dialogues. Yeah,
What?
because Quentin Tarantino does a lot of like just people saying down dialogues, and there's some good ones in Glorious Bastards,
Some
but when it's too much,
some good ones in Django.
but it has less. I
Mm.
feel it feels more like just a movie. Django feels more like just a movie. If that's
yeah,
if,
like
if
a
that makes sense.
linear
Like,
kind
just
of
linear. Like let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, this happened and this happens.
Okay, I guess.
Um,
What's your 6?
Number 6 is Dark Knight Rises.
Okay.
Do you not like this one, guys?
No, I actually, for a while, I used to consider it my favorite of the Dark Knight trilogy.
Really?
Me
But-
too. Me too. But I'm not sure. I'm not
Yeah.
between that
But-
one and Dark Knight. I'm just like I'm always not sure.
Yeah, it's still up there for me.
When I
Nah.
first saw it, I for sure thought it was my.
Mhm.
I liked it more than Dark
Nah.
Knight.
Yeah.
But
I-
little by little, I'm like, I'm not sure.
Nah, The Dark Knight for me. The
See-
second one was better for me.
Eh.
All right, my number 6, Django, 2012. We already talked about this one. Gus doesn't like it. Sal, it made his list.
Go.
I think that's the
Okay,
first one
uh,
where we have 2 on the same list.
Was it the first one?
Django.
The only one that's been repeated so far?
I think so.
Yeah,
I
you're
think so.
right.
All right, go.
6 for me.
thought we had
I'll
more. I thought we
go
had more.
Hereditary.
Hereditary. That's a good one. That's a good one. I thought about
Number
that one, but it's
6?
not. It wouldn't make my top 10.
Dude, what's wrong with you? You're like twisted, man.
What's a good
All
one?
right,
Hereditary?
so-
You don't like Hereditary?
Nah,
So
it's okay. Now what you mean? Top 10?
this is where it's gonna start getting a little weird
Weird.
for me because I didn't make my list top
order.
10. I just kind of put like a bunch of movies, and then I was like, I thought that's what we were doing. So
Well, that's what I did too, but then I cut
I-
it to 10.
well, that's the thing. I didn't realize we were doing top 10.
Oh, I know
until
what
you
you're gonna
guys
say
got
right
here.
now. Let's just
So-
slow down.
You-
So
you
I
number 5?
was gonna put Get Out on my list, but I'm gonna take it off. I'm
Okay.
gonna
Honorable mention.
Honorable mention.
put
I'll tell you
yes.
guys my honorable mention.
I have honorable mention.
So number 5. I have it
I
here.
have a lot of honorable mentions.
I'm gonna put Into the Spider-Verse.
Okay. Into the Spider-Verse. Okay.
In your top 10
Yeah.
Number
of the
5.
decade?
That's a good one. It made its top 3 movies ever. So
Yeah, but then I.
How's
I-
it number 5 and number 3?
Well, see, that's the thing. I don't really. I
You
didn't.
rate it. You
yeah.
didn't rate these.
Yeah.
Got it. Lame.
I have.
Okay.
Do I have to do one more? No.
No,
I'm
you
good.
got number 5. So my
Well, he
number,
does.
no,
I did
he did 6
Hereditary
and 5.
and then
Oh,
Into the
okay.
Spider-Verse. Yeah.
My number 5, which I'm now thinking should go a little higher on my list,
Higher.
Kingsman, the first one,
Higher.
2012. Fucking love
Higher.
Kingsman.
Dude, I love Kingsman too, and I,
love
thought about playing
Kingsman and
that,
Kick-Ass,
but
same director, but Kingsman. Ooh, I bought that one as soon as it came out. That's one I really liked during the time, and I really like now, even thinking about it.
I really like
Church scene and the last fighting scene at the end made that whole movie for me. Yeah, and it was exciting. Like he's going through like an academy of fucking spies. That was badass.
For me, that was the best part. Him going through his training. But
Okay, go.
number
Number
5
and 4.
I feel like this one's always like underrated by people.
Ooh, I want to hear it.
Man of Steel. Is my number 5.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're not right that it's underrated because it's just not that great.
You didn't like Man of Steel?
Not that much, no.
Dude,
I-
I like the fighting scenes. I like the action. It was really, really good.
Dude,
but
I
then,
thought
other than that,
It was great. I thought that movie was so. It was right. It was like
It could have been.
it was a
better.
little darker. Just the way that the direction they took with Superman was I loved it. Everything. I mean, Superman's my favorite.
I just thought of a movie that it would make my top 10 that I'm replacing with the Avengers, but I'll bring that up at the end because you said Man of Steel. Okay, what's your number 4?
My
I'll
number
bring it up at the
4 is Inception.
Okay, that's a good one.
Inception is just like my type of movies, honestly. Like
Yeah.
sci-fi, thrillers,
I
mind blowing.
Inception.
Yeah, I was
Like
thinking of putting
Matrix.
either Inception or Interstellar on my list, but I didn't put either of them.
Christopher Nolan.
Go, Alex.
All right, my
Okay,
number
I think
4
Christopher
is Wolf of Wall Street, which is my favorite Scorsese movie. Wolf of Wall Street.
Do you have another favorite?
I love Leonardo DiCaprio. That's what it is, honestly. Like him and Wolf of Wall Street, badass, and then him and Django was really, really good.
He was really good too.
So I really like Leonardo.
But you
Okay.
don't even like another Scorsese movie.
I like The Departed, just not as much.
Actually,
as you.
just The Departed.
Oh my God, you didn't think of The Departed? You gotta redo your list.
Oh.
The Departed and
Did that come out this
I
decade?
like Goodfellas.
That might not have come out this decade.
Check it.
Doesn't matter.
Check
It
it.
doesn't
All right,
matter.
Gus, what's
Go.
your number 4
4
and 3?
is A Star Is Born, and I'm gonna take off a quiet.
Stars Born. Okay.
I'm gonna take off A Quiet Place
Ooh, okay.
because I was gonna put that
Damn, I
on
didn't
there as
even
number
think about that
3.
I always
but,
thought about that one too. No,
Um,
2006. Departed
Let's
2006.
see. So after A Star Is Born, I'm going to go Coco.
Coco. That
Coco.
one was like my number 13, 14. It didn't make it. Yeah, I really like Coco.
Coco?
It's my favorite Pixar movie
Favorite Pixar
of
movie?
the decade, I think.
Okay. Well, my
I'll-
next one is my favorite Pixar movie. I think of all
Coco.
time. And it's my number 3. So that's going to
Inside
be Inside Out. Yeah, 2015. Loved Inside Out.
Really? If I had
Well,
a
underrated. Underrated for sure.
I
Psychology.
really liked it when I saw it, but thinking about it was okay. Like I think
I
for
haven't
me,
seen it since I saw it in theaters. I think.
Really?
I own it. I haven't even
Watch
seen
it again.
I think for me,
I loved
Watch it
Inside
if
Out.
there was an animated movie of the decade, it'd be Zootopia.
Zootopia?
Yeah.
You like that one?
Zootopia for me
Zootopia's
is
good.
better, way better
Yeah.
than Coco and for me, way better than
Mm.
Coco and Inside Out. It's just
Hmm.
I
it's great
thought-
and it's deep too. Like it's
Yeah.
just I don't know, and it's funnier. Cause Inside Out,
Mm.
my biggest problem was
Was
that
it
it wasn't
wasn't
funny. Yeah, it wasn't funny for me at all. Like
Yeah.
it was.
Oh shit.
It had good moments, good emotional
Yeah,
moments.
I don't really watch Pixar movies thinking that they're gonna be funny though, ever. Maybe-
Incredibles, I do. Incredibles,
Ah, that was
Finding
just-
Nemo.
It was those are funny.
Dude, those were hilarious.
Yeah, but
I like
I
hilarious.
I don't like them because they're funny though. Like, that's what I'm saying.
No, not because they're funny, but I expect to laugh. I expect to laugh.
I do
for
not.
sure.
I do not.
Mm.
Like at least a little bit.
What's your number 3 and 2?
Number 3 is Logan.
Okay,
Logan.
that's really high. Oh, so that's another one that got repeated.
Yeah,
because that
wait,
made- that
yeah.
made Gus's
Which one
list.
did you put, Gus?
I
You
had it at 9.
Did you put this in your top 10, Alex? Logan?
No,
You don't put
it
Logan in your
did not
top
make
10?
my top 10. No,
Dude, Logan
that was like
so
15, 16.
good,
It
dude.
was good. It's my
What
favorite.
was your,
Might be my favorite X-Men movie actually.
dude, you like The Conjuring more than Logan.
Hell yes.
You like Kick-Ass more than Logan.
Hell yes. Yeah.
No, you don't.
Dude, you're crazy,
Heck
dude.
yeah. Kick Ass. Have you guys seen that movie lately?
It was good.
It's
But it wasn't
really
that
good.
Dude, Logan was
violent.
God. Okay. Logan and number 2?
Yeah.
The Avenger. The first Avenger. I can't believe you put that number 10.
It's not even on my top 10 anymore because I
Dude,
thought of another one.
Dude, just that first, I still remember when I first saw it, that movie was so great. Like, it was
I'm just-
unbelievable. I didn't believe it. I didn't believe what I was
It was
watching. I
exciting, yeah.
literally did not believe what I was watching.
You know, it's funny because I really, really, really liked it when I was watching it, and I remember that clearly. But I don't know. It hasn't aged that well for me. That's why it was so low at under my list.
Yeah. No.
Because I may have been more excited for that one while I was watching it than a lot of my other ones, but that's just it. It was just exciting at the time, and now like going back and watching it, it's a good
Just
movie, but it's not
Um,
gonna be
I
as
c- I
exciting. It's
understand
not gonna have
what
that
you're saying.
exciting factor.
I
They've
understand
done
what
it
you're
better
saying,
since
but
then.
it's,
The
it's
what?
They've done it better since
Yeah,
then,
and they've done a better movie. Yeah, Avengers movie.
no, I don't think so.
Yeah,
I
they
think no.
without a doubt.
I think for me, the experience watching First Avenger tops any movie I've seen in this decade. Like just the grin on on
did
my
Avatar
face,
come out
the most fun I had.
this
Avatar
decade?
is what? What do you?
the first
No, I think that was
the
last
blue
year.
people.
Actually, I'm not sure. I know what Avatar is. Did Avatar come out this year, guys?
I don't know. I don't really care that much.
Okay, well,
Let's
Alright.
see.
Avatar is just like whatever to me. It was cool, but it wasn't a good movie.
Yeah, Avatar came out 2009. Avatar has been my favorite theater experience
Nah.
of all time.
That's what you're great.
3D, that 3D, dude. I came out of that like I just lived a life, dude, and then I had to like
Alright,
come
go.
back to
What's-
reality. I was
what's
like,
your
oh
Number
my God.
2.
All right, my number 2 comes to no surprise, Midsommar, 2019, which is
Okay.
my favorite movie of 2019, and I've already talked a lot about this movie.
Yes. Number 2 for me is going to be Force Awakens.
Okay.
Force Week.
Yeah.
No
I'm
Star Wars movie
sad.
made my list. Yeah,
I'm sad that no Star Wars movie made my
Me
list.
too. I was like, how is no Star Wars gonna be my
Like, I
in my
thought
top 10
putting
favorite
Last
movies of the
Jedi
decade?
in there. Thought about putting Last Jedi.
Last Jedi,
If
the
one
second
would have
one.
made it, would have been the Last Jedi.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Okay, and your number one,
Uh,
Gus's number one movie.
So
A
I
little
know
more.
you're
I
gonna say
cheated technically.
Okay,
I said
let's just
MCU
for sure.
Yes, MCU look
as
at that.
a whole, but since you guys want me to pick one,
Yes.
I'll pick
That's the
Infinity
rules.
War.
Infinity War. You like that one more than Endgame?
Yes.
You know what? I
That was honorable mention.
I think I
Endgame.
like it. I think I'm with Gus that I like Infinity War more than Endgame.
I mean,
Maybe.
I can
Me
watch
too.
Infinity War more, but I think Endgame is maybe a little bit more better as a whole. I
So
don't know.
what are the best
It's-
parts about Infinity War Endgame?
As far as like, so okay, the reason why I think Infinity War is gonna be the best MCU movie for me as a whole is because all the action scenes with all the different characters.
Yeah, there was just so
Just-
many more fight
Yeah,
action scenes.
and Endgame
it's
is
just the end.
yeah, it's like a conclusion to the story that's built up over this past decade up until this point. So,
But that last battle scene was that last battle in
The last-
Endgame was better than anything in Infinity War for me.
Maybe.
for me.
I don't know.
Oh, but Infinity War had more overall.
So like
Good
the
scenes.
whole
fight scenes.
everybody being together at the end was really cool, but I don't know. I kind of didn't really feel the tension.
In the last one?
What do you
Yeah.
mean?
In
The tension.
Endgame?
Yeah.
You didn't feel excited?
No, the tension like they're not gonna win or
Yeah,
something.
I
Like
knew- you
Infinity
knew they're
War
gonna
like
win.
had the like Empire Strikes Back element to it where they lost, you know, and it made it that much more.
Yeah, I think I liked
intense for
Infinity
me.
War too, though. I think it did, but
So
I still
yeah.
like the first Avengers more.
The first
The first
Yeah.
Avengers,
Yeah.
the best one. I
Me
don't
too.
know.
I'm,
how it's
I'm with
not.
you. I'm with you on that. Yeah.
I don't
the
know.
first Avengers. Because it has both the exciting factor and it's a really freaking good movie.
And it's the first time they all team up.
All right. My number one, which is my favorite movie of all time, was Whiplash, 2014.
Yeah.
Gotta love Whiplash.
I was thinking of putting it on my list, but
I was thinking
gotta love
too,
Whiplash.
but
I go.
yeah,
for
I knew
me-
you were gonna put it on yours, so I tried to not put movies that I knew that you guys were also gonna put.
Why?
Because
Your list is your list is your list.
yeah, I know, but I also so these movies were also like, so I didn't go in thinking this list like, this is gonna be my top 10 definitive list of the decade.
Okay.
I just went in. What are some of my favorite movies of the decade, and let's try not to repeat the ones that they're gonna be talking about too.
But then that's not your favorite movies. Then if you have to eliminate some of your favorite movies.
Well, I wasn't eliminating them because you talked about them, and then if I liked them, I talked about it as well. Like I agree with you guys.
Oh, okay. Well, mine.
No, it was 2009. It would have beat the Avengers though for sure. I like Watchmen more
Oh
than.
God!
So yeah, so
Watchmen
never mind. My
sucked.
top 10 is the same. Because
Watchmen?
Watchmen would have been my number 10 of the decade.
More than
but
Avengers?
2000. Yeah.
You're weird, man.
For sure. Watchmen, dude, that's my favorite superhero movie of all time. Dude.
Yeah,
Shut
no.
the frick
You're
door.
Watchmen's a good
No.
movie. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
It
There's
is not a good movie.
I
it's
don't
good
know.
music.
man.
It's violence. Good action scenes.
Nah.
Good story. Good villain. Villain, good guy slash. Like you don't know what the heck is going on at the end.
I don't know about that.
It's like
Watchmen?
deep. It's like
I remember when I
Rorschach?
saw
Come on.
Watchmen. I was kind of, I was a little disappointed when I saw it. I liked it more after. I liked Watchmen more
what we
after.
thought about. Okay, well that was 2009. Doesn't even matter. Okay, what's your number one, Sal?
Silver Linings Playbook. Not a shocker there.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, because that was your top 10,
Yeah.
top 3 of all time. All right,
Mhm.
any 11
Honorable
to
mentions?
12s? Yeah, honorable mentions.
Civil War, Thor Ragnarok, Social Network,
Mm.
Guardian of the Galaxy.
Oh, okay, well
Yeah.
mine's
So that's why I said MCU as a whole, because there's a lot of really good MCU movies.
So you gotta put them on there. You gotta pick
the
which one.
favorite. I don't even know if you guys seen this movie. The favorite.
I
haven't seen
don't
it.
think I did.
Fuck,
I think you were
man.
trying to get me to watch it, but
Such
it
a
was
mo-
like a limited release or something in theaters, and
No.
every time we wanted to. it
The
wasn't
favorite
there.
was my number 11, and then it
Yeah.
would have been like
I
Coco.
started
after
watching
that.
it and finished watching it.
The
Yeah.
favorite?
Yeah.
What? Where? Oh, at home.
Yeah, just like it was
Mm.
kind of
That's a good one.
I'm trying to think
not that
of
great.
what other ones. Yeah, some other foreign films I had seen in one of my in that class that I had. They were really cool.
All right, should we
But-
rate this list?
What's the best list?
The best list.
All right.
Yeah, so for me, like I kind of noticed for mine, yeah, there a lot of them are like highly rated, but they're not like gonna win any awards for the most part.
Really? Which ones? Wait,
I had one best picture on there. 12 Years a Slave. Wait. Yeah, I think 12
Yeah.
Years a Slave.
did I
won
have
Best Picture.
any?
And
No,
or
oh,
any-
Silverline Playbook was.
An
Did that win
award
Best
winning?
Picture?
No.
I don't
But it
think
got.
so. I think he might have.
I think
been
got nominated though, right?
Yeah,
for-
it got nominated.
I don't know, but yeah.
Flash
so-
got nominated.
what's his name got a award for it? The
J.K.
J.K. Simmons. Yeah.
For
I
which
always
one?
want to call
For
him J.
Whiplash?
Jonah Jameson.
Oh.
It's the Spider-Man character. But yeah.
It got Best Picture. It did get Best Picture.
Silverline's Playbook?
Oh, no, it got nominated.
Yeah.
Can I keep saying that? But did
Yeah.
it? Did it win?
A lot of action and horror movies on mine.
Yeah,
As
you
you can
got a lot
tell,
of horror
those
movies.
those are
Your favorite?
some of my favorites.
Oh, it got
Well,
Best
see,
Actress.
like, I think I had been craving like really good horror movies, and we hadn't been getting them for a while. You know, and they were just kind of
Yeah.
like those like cheapo like
Yeah.
repeats of Friday the 13th and all that
Yeah.
stuff. You know, and then we finally got like some like really like legitimately well made.
But you don't even like The
suspense and
Conjuring.
I haven't seen that one.
Have you not seen the
I've
Did
well,
you ever
see,
watch?
see, that's the funny thing, 'cause like I want to watch it, but every time like it's on, it's just like I don't know if I should watch it now 'cause it's just like halfway through, and I don't want to like go back and restart it, and, you know. And it's like I've seen the second one, I've
Yeah,
seen
it's
the
not gonna
third.
be the same thing now.
Yeah, I feel like it's just kind of like gone past that like
Jesus
phase
Christ.
for me.
You should have seen it by now.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, let's go.
So
Alright.
next week,
Next two movies.
all right, so we have options here. We could watch Bad Boys and Bad Boys for Life and the original Bad Boys as our two movies. We can watch Just Mercy
Oh, I want to watch that
and
one.
Bad Boys.
Oh,
Because I
Just
do want to
Mercy.
watch Bad Boys. I'm going to watch it regardless. I don't know if you guys want to talk about that. See, this is the thing that's weird with the Bad Boys. The trailer is a repetitive movie at this point, but I feel like it's not even going to be that much of a part of the movie. Like, I feel like it's a lot of like
I feel like
similar sequences that they just keep repeating over and over and over.
every time I see the trailer, every time I see another trailer for it, the less and less I want to watch it. Like the first time I saw the trailer for it, I'm like, heck yeah, I'm game. Let's watch this one. And then I just kept seeing more trailers. I'm like, I don't know.
So that's the thing with Bad
not
Boys.
looking
Though,
so
is, like,
good.
I know that the original ones aren't like that great either.
Good.
They're just they're like those like stupid like action flicks,
Yeah.
but like Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, they're funny.
Yeah.
Like,
Will Smith makes those
So,
movies, and
I want to see it, but
I'm down
yeah.
for it. Yeah, I'm down for it.
I
So
do
we're
want to
watching
see
Bad
Just
Boys 2
Mercy.
and what?
And Just
Two.
Mercy.
But we don't have to watch. So that's the thing. We can watch Just Mercy next week, and then do this week. We do
No.
Bad Boys and the original Bad Boys, so we don't have
Let's-
to go to theaters twice. But
Yeah,
let's
I
get
don't
'em out
wanna go
now.
there
it depends
twice.
on you guys.
Let's get
Let's
'em
watch
out
just.
now.
I'd rather watch Just Mercy, and something else. I don't know if I'm excited for Bad Boys 2. You excited for Bad Boys 2?
4 Life.
Oh, wait,
Three.
3.
When does
Three.
Bad Boys? When does Bad Boys
Three,
come
just
out?
kidding.
This week?
The 17th, I think.
Which,
So this week.
okay, so we should definitely watch that one. Bad Boys 2.
I mean, it's up to you guys.
What else is coming out?
Oh, actually, which one has came out first? Which one came
Just
out first?
Mercy.
Okay, let's watch Just Mercy this
Get
week,
it out of the way.
and then and then Bad Boys 2 next week because
3
um
for life.
Let's watch Underwater.
because there's not a lot of good movies coming out soon.
Underwater.
Like I'm looking at the
Coming soon list.
the coming soon
Well,
list, and
you know what movie I want to see? I want to see The Turning. That looks
What's The
pretty
Turning?
interesting. That's
Isn't
the
that
one with
scary?
the Stranger Things kid. It's a scary movie. Yeah.
Ooh, The Turning. I
Um,
want to see the
what
Hansel and
the fuck's
Gretel
like
one.
The nanny.
I want to watch The
I guess.
Gentleman.
Haunted.
What is that one about?
The
Oh yeah, that one
Gary
looks good
Matthew
too.
McConaughey movie.
Yeah, that one looks good too. Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah,
All right,
All right. So Just Mercy
and then we'll decide on.
other movie. Actually, I know another movie that we can watch, but you guys might not want to watch.
go.
It's an anime movie, but it's supposedly really
anime.
good, and it's also
My
in
Hero,
the top.
My Hero Academia.
No, it's called Your Name. It's more of like a slice of life type of anime movie, so like more like
that
a
mean?
drama type of thing.
What? A drama anime.
You're already
Yeah.
making me fall asleep, dude. What are you
No, so it's like a love story. You love love stories.
doing?
Come on.
Is it?
No,
Is it foreign? Is
I
it
do,
like?
but I
Yeah,
can't wear that.
it has
you
it
know
in
that.
English or in Japanese. I'm probably gonna watch it in Japanese, but if you guys want to watch it in English, you can watch it in English. But it was in the top 200 movies of the decade.
Really? Okay.
All right, we could do it. Fine.
What's it called?
Fine.
What's it called?
Where
Your
can we find
Name.
it?
That's a good question. I'm actually probably gonna buy it because I've heard it's really, really good. So.
Oh, you
Movie
haven't
night.
seen it?
Movie night. Movie night. I'm down.
Yeah.
Your name. Call me by your name. Your name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, what about Call Me by Your Name?
That's an old one.
Yeah. See,
Whoa.
98%, 94%.
We've seen old
Ooh,
movies.
okay. I'm down.
So yeah. So Your Name, Just Mercy, 2 completely different movies. Doesn't matter.
See how that goes.
So that wraps up episode 10.
Okay.
Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll see you guys next week.
Peace.
Take care.
Peace.
Later.
Peace.
I feel like it has the best top 10 list.